right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for March Comes In Like a Lion, Season 1, Episode 10. Okay, so Matsunaga and him had their little wholesome moment as Matsunaga was kind of drunk and dealing with that whole thing there.
Spending his money, yeah.
Yeah.
But he basically defeated Kyouko's plan of having him give up.
He's not giving up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Matsunaga helped him just as much as he helped Matsunaga.
Indeed.
And it was a very sweet thing because it's showing that yes, Rei, you can be someone that lifts other people up. You can be someone that gives something. You have something to give.
Yes.
And you need to understand that that's something that is valuable. Don't retreat within yourself because you have so much light to give. So,
and it's okay to want things and fight for those.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this. All right, everyone, we're going to start the episode real quick with timer countdown. If you didn't notice yet, we got a bunch of copyright claim stuff issues, so we have to have this series be a timer-based reaction from here on out. But hey, that means you get to watch the entire reaction here on YouTube. So yeah, sync up your footage with my countdown here. We're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Whoa. Every time the OP hits, it's just this just of almost raw emotion, even though the actual, everything is kind of muted.
Yeah.
Oh, birds flying away in a direction like that, that's sometimes used to symbolize the loss of loved ones, passing away.
Moving on.
And someone's related to death, like them moving on away.
Right.
And him feeling kind of surrounded in a way and out of touch of things. But then he struggles up onto the beach, the wind hits him, and he still keeps moving forward because that's all he has, but
the thorns always make me think of Ancient Magus Bride, though.
Yeah, I feel that. When they switch the OP up at some point, like either, for season 2 or something, I'm really curious whether they'll show the same amount of struggle in it because he'll have grown more by that point. Or if it will be very, much more successful. Very satisfying. I've said that many times, but it's just shogi ASMR. Something given. Cool. Just talking about him being able to give things,
Yep.
Nice. Christmas!
Yeah.
Oh.
But Christmas in Kyouko.
Yeah. Sure she did. Oh. How convenient. He's gonna meet her out here though. He's not gonna let her come into his place again. Yeah, good.
Oh, and the way they make his shadow seem small as he's walking up.
Where?
Oh, just when he was stepping.
God, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Good
Did
boy,
she forget
Rei.
it on accident, or?
Nice. Okay. How astute of you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she as such a kind of a psych profile in all these people?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh. Is this about her? Or is this about you? Yeah. Yeah. I love the way they're using the wind here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Her words are just like layered with crap.
Yep.
Oh, is this a flashback?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
insurmountable.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yep. Yeah.
Final. Final.
Because of the divorce.
Oh, right. I love how everyone knows his schedule for the shogi games and stuff, you know?
Or at least this guy definitely does.
So be careful. Hmm. Of course. Of course. Oh no! Oh, probably one of my favorite side characters
Yeah.
right there. Like the really side characters,
Mhm.
right? He's just so great. Well, we just saw the flashback, so
Yeah.
oh
Mm-hmm. The way they show Kyouko like clinging to the bear even though she hated it at the beginning, like
yeah.
that's
Oh. See, they're already working Kyoko and the other kid into into my heart, you know, trying to make
Right.
make an empathetic connection. Wait, if he's 6th Dan and he's 5th Dan, that means this is probably his match of being demoted as well as him being promoted.
I don't think Rei's
Potentially.
5th Dan.
Isn't Rei's 5th Dan though?
I thought I think he's like 3rd or 4th.
Because higher Dan means you're better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'm missing something, but
I think this might just be a different character.
are you sure? Okay.
I don't know. It's been a while, so
Okay, yeah, we'll find out. Ooh. Is this the match?
oh, okay. Yeah, I think it is the yeah.
It is him.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
His music is absolutely gorgeous for this.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, are we trying to see how basically the stress of this game meaning so much to this guy gets to Rei as well?
Right.
Because the way they're drawing him, actually, you look, his head looks sunken down, his shoulders look
Yep,
like right
yep,
there.
Yep, and
it makes it look like there's a huge burden on his.
Oh yeah, and the flat, just blank eyes.
The blank eyes, the tie being very loose and unbuttoned there.
Yeah. Well, and the way they he goes and drinks I'm pretty sure that's water, but the connotation of drinking if he loses.
Sure. Now this piano is just.
Yep.
Oh.
I love how the art style for like the backgrounds will be very like pastel and stuff, but then when it shows the actual shogi pieces, it's very clear, defined line.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm impressed they only do one match to decide the game, to decide the thing, right? Yeah. Wow, what is that imagery? Rotating or something.
Thinking back on the game.
I think they're going through the moves that they played and analyzing it, maybe? Because this isn't the actual game, right? The game was over.
Right.
So this is them, like, recreating the moves, I think?
Probably.
Huh. Unless they play multiple games.
Don't think so.
Gotcha. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, is this gonna get to him? Jeez.
Yep.
Wait.
That's checkmate.
Wait, so there was multiple games.
I don't think so, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, gotcha.
Okay. So it was a form of... Yeah. Oh, yeah. What was in there that he looked at and didn't grab? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go, Rei.
Something to give.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
He's gonna get the best of both worlds. He's gonna play his best at the game, and he's gonna help him. Hmm. Whoa. That animation. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god. Wow.
Amazing how the show can communicate so much with so little.
I really hope he didn't
Throw it away or something.
kill himself or something. Remember how I was saying the birds?
Oh.
And
Yeah.
they have that. Don't blame yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't
You did
blame
everything you
yourself,
could.
buddy. Never seen him run before.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let it out, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And then the dove's flying, and then it shows him, jumping up and.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
I ha. Okay, so big thing with this episode is we're bringing Kyouko back,
Mhm.
having her being brought back to the story so quickly, and having
Mhm.
her convenient excuse to basically latch some
Right.
more nasty
Mhm.
words to him to essentially derail him.
Yep.
And I really do mean the word derail, especially kind of he is on a railroad track to basically living a life that
Just living a life.
well, just living, but like living a life that is at the very least surviving.
Mhm. Yeah.
But hopefully looking forward to more of that coming up in maybe a future station along.
Exactly.
And by her doing this,
Mhm.
we're again reinforcing where her inadequacies and insecurities and problems come in.
Oh yeah.
But by having this flashback here,
Mhm. They can't just make it simple.
well, of course they can't just make it simple. Like this is something that's can't hold over a child's head the affection of the parents as like a carrot.
Mhm.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I know that she has issues and stuff.
Mhm.
And I think the reason why in some ways I despise her character so much,
Mhm.
not her character, but her as a person basically in the story, is because we haven't seen the other kid, boy.
Oh yeah.
Because this response that she's giving is born out of who she was
Right.
even before he showed up.
Yes.
She was a whirlwind, she's a whirlwind, a thundercloud of just chaotic energy.
Yeah.
The boy, keep forgetting Ayumu,
Yeah.
that's right. He probably went more of the shut down kind of thing. He just kind of, and that's equally as awful, but he's not lashing out.
Right. Mhm.
He's not lashing out. She is. It makes sense why she is.
Right. And that's
she doesn't get any special privilege just because, she's the oldest or or she has a more hurt to be distributed amongst her than everyone else. So I understand her pain, I understand her suffering, and I understand that this is something that makes her a very realistic character in a lot of ways. But she still did what she did.
Yes.
And she doesn't get off with that with some pity backstory.
And that's the thing that makes it hurt so much is that you see the things she does and it is vicious. It is poison, right? And you
understand why.
You understand absolutely why she's doing it. Like the bit of her, being so upset with the bear, right? And then she sees that Rei got the shogi board in pieces and stuff. And then later, just that part where it just shows her, hugging the bear and, stuffing her face in it. Like,
because that's all the affection she believes she has. That's all the love from the father that she actually believes that she has access to.
And the thing is that I don't think the dad had any idea what he was doing. He probably wasn't intending to do anything like that. It was probably completely just accidental. Slipped up.
I think if anything, what this is very, very telling of is people make mistakes.
Yeah.
And the father made a mistake here.
Yes.
But one of the things that's very easy to do, and I kind of did this more recently with Kyouko, is basically just play the blame game and just blame a party because it's easy for that specific person to become the object and point of your hatred.
Yeah.
Just like Kyoko's doing with Rei. Blaming, Rei for all the problems and everything, stuff like that. So it gives her a simple target.
Yeah.
The father began to play favorites.
Yep.
And that's very evident here. But it's something that he repeatedly did.
Right.
This is not like the one time that changed everything. This was probably the beginning of that.
Yeah. And the thing is, it could be considered something where he was just like, well, Rei seems
to the family, so
Ray's
I need
new
to
the
ingratiate
family.
him into the whole thing.
Or
so.
he seems to be spending the most time with Shogi more than the others, and
right.
And stuff. So I'll give that to him because he would probably appreciate that more than a toy. Not cluing into the fact that the reason that your own children are playing shogi is because they want to get closer to you.
Yep.
So,
but do you also notice what he gave Ayumu?
Yeah. A video game.
What did he end up getting, kind of losing himself in?
Video games.
Video games.
Well, and did this become before or after? Who knows?
Who knows?
Because chicken or the egg, both work.
Exactly.
And both are equally just heartbreaking.
Yeah, they are.
Because whether it's that, Ayumu lost himself in video games because that was the only affection he got from his dad, or whether his dad gave him that because, that's where he saw he clearly was,
who knows?
Yeah.
Either way, it breaks my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There were a lot of visual things done with the storytelling this episode. I loved the whole thing with the wind, because when she came up to adjust his scarf, what is a scarf, if anything, but a decorated strangling tool?
Yep.
And she goes to tighten it just a little bit.
Make sure that it doesn't come loose.
Yeah. Or hold on him.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That was so on the nose. It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you had the whole thing with the wind blocking out the sound of her voice, and he was trying to lose himself in the wind, so he couldn't hear her words, so they wouldn't stick as hard.
Yep.
Then there's the whole thing of the scarf falling off, meaning her words keep sticking to me like glue. I wish they would just blow away and not actually that whole scene was genius on so many levels.
Yep. And the thing that I feel like was not the cherry on top, because that would downplay it too much, right? But the part where he's like, her words are poison, and he's acknowledging this, and it's like, yes, thank you, this is huge. He's like, and yet I long for that.
Yeah, because here's the thing that's sick here. So she broke his trust on multiple levels.
Yes.
He unfortunately grew up, I would say, on some level mildly attracted.
Sure. Oh yeah.
As that, for whatever reason, there might have been some influence on it based on the abuse, actually.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because how is he to know anything different, right?
I don't want to presume, but I'm saying that this is a really cool thing for them to actually bring up in a story, to have him be actually aware of the struggle that he's in.
Yep.
Where he can't fully let go because in some way he likes the connection. Yeah. He enjoys just enough of it. Yes, it's familiar. There you go. That's a great way to look at it. Yep. But when we switch over to shogi and we have Yasui. Yasui is a character that was introduced probably just for this episode to bring up the whole same thing basically that happened in the last episode.
Right. Yep.
And she tries to use that to derail him again. He, however, again ignores her poisonous words.
Yep.
And plays to the best of his ability. Yep. The other guy loses because he wasn't a good player comparatively.
Right. He had already given up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea that he was actually talking about self-destructive behavior and the whole idea of both Kyouko, but then also Rei, and the whole thing of knowing her words are poison, but then still wanting to hear them, and then the fact that I'm glad they had that as a reminder, because it's I forgot about this, that was implied, but that the stuff he was drinking was liquor, while he's he hasn't even got home yet, he hasn't even lost yet. He is
approaching this whole thing as because he's lost with regards to the divorce. And this is something that Rei cannot be drawn into that kind of destructive thinking. Because when all you have is one thing, it's very easy to attach a lot of your identity to it.
Sure. Yeah.
And just focus on that. Now, obviously, it's a lie that Rei only has shogi.
Right.
It's obviously no, of course you have way more than just shogi. But right now, all he sees, all he can hold on to and call his own is shogi.
Right.
Maybe because he sees Harunobu and Akari and and even Momo-chan and all them as being outside. They're not.
Right.
They're not.
Those
they're
aren't.
not. They're not him.
They're not his. Right.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
Shogi is his. This is the last thing he has from his dad and everything. And and he actually chose this. So this is
right.
all he's got, and it helps him get through this. It helps him tune out what Kyouko says.
Yeah.
But
and I love that still. Even though we're very early in the whole story overall, he is not letting her words affect him in his at least his one area of sanctum.
Right.
Just his this is his safe just environment where he can lose himself maybe a little bit and just kind of forget and let everything pass away and just. I love how the music kind of did that.
Oh yeah.
Because what I was trying to glean from the scene was what kind of
what's the emotional states of the players?
Well, not really that. What are the transcendent kind of themes going on here? Because I think the music is to show him basically losing himself in the game in a good way, not in a bad way where you're like I'm lost, but more of the outside world doesn't matter.
Exactly. This is his bastion, his last line of defense, where regardless of what Kyouko says, he can still go back to this place where her words, he doesn't hear them anymore.
All we hear is the beautiful music of the clack, 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 clack. Yep. Exactly. And it's almost something where he kind of snaps out of it for a second when the guy makes such a horrendous misplay because he goes, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't pull me out of this.
Right. Don't give up. You still have, your daughter to go home to.
Right. I understand that part. But I was saying I think it upsets Rei because he's like, you pulled me out of the beautiful dream this was.
Right.
Why are you doing that? I understand that he's like, no, you can't give up right now because you have so much. And it's a very classic thing where someone who believes they have nothing sees so much in everyone else because they're doing the comparison thing about showing how they're actually not evaluating themselves properly. They're evaluating the outside world against what their perceived state is.
Right. He doesn't when I see stuff like this, the fact that the wholesome house was not, in this episode,
no.
That there's a part of me that wants to think oh, why aren't they doing that? Don't they know the wholesome house is one of the best things about this story? But it's no, that's intentional. The idea that he doesn't think of them as a family, that he is a part of, right?
Yep.
He really thinks he has nothing but shogi, and then he sees this person who does have a family or did have a family or does for just a few more days, right?
Right.
Or a few more hours.
Or it's not like he's losing his daughter, for instance.
But I mean,
yes, there's the divorce and stuff, but she's still going to be around. She's still going to be alive. You'll still be able to give her Christmas presents. You don't have to. You don't have to give up now.
Right.
And I'm kind of glad they didn't show us his story. Because it's not
they didn't
really that important.
Right, exactly.
I understand that it is important to him, but it's not actually important to Rei.
Exactly.
And then having Rei just cut loose, that felt so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You need to have that. And I don't know if I said this or something. I don't know if you said it or something, but I think if you had, I don't think you would have because you knew this scene was coming because you've seen the first cour, right?
Yes.
So you've seen a couple more episodes after this, and that's it.
Although I had kind of forgotten that this episode was this, covering this stuff.
Okay, because I think I said something a while back of him being he just needs to let it all out. He just needs to just
he suppresses his emotions so much he needs to
violently let it
let it out, all the emotions, not and not be picky about whether they're positive emotions or negative emotions, but just having them and accepting them because they all work together to form Rei. Because he's not nothing. He's not zero.
Yes.
And
this was so good because he was talking to Yasui. He was basically calling him out on all of his BS and stuff. And him doing that, pointing it in that way is good, but it's also something that I'm glad he ended up bringing it back to him in a lot of ways, to Rei.
Yep.
Back to himself.
Yep. I love that Rei, because the scene where Yasui leaves and he leaves the Christmas present there, that just rips my heart out, right? You know, how can it not? But then that Rei grabs it and he runs after him. Like the fact that yes, he had the running later, right, where he was running for himself, but at first he's running for someone else because he's like, this is a battle for their soul right now, and I know where I'm at, and no one else should be wasting away like I am. You have something beautiful. Right. Fight for it. Why are you throwing it away so easily?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the way he has to like push it on the guy, like, take it. What are you doing? And you still don't know if the guy took it and then went back home. You know, I don't know. We
have no idea what happened to him after
right,
that.
Exactly. They showed him walking off in a direction, and I feel like if I understood Japanese, then, you know, maybe I would be able to be like, oh, okay, maybe he was actually going a different direction and now he's heading towards the station, and maybe there was a sign that's like station this way or something like that. But
he did continue the same way.
Yeah, so
it wasn't towards the station.
Mm-hmm. And Rei still did it. You know,
Rei still did.
He did everything he could, and it comes right down to it after that. It's he can't control what the guy does. Yeah. Just like Kyouko can control what he does.
Another show called a Full Part where characters are giving up with basically trying to get their bodies back. And Al, one of the characters who lost his body, goes, no, you can't give up. You can't give up in that. Because if you're going to give up, like, if you think there's no hope for you, like, I have to believe there's hope for you because I have hope for myself. Like, I think I might be mixing it up in that it's actually Ed that has hope for his brother to get his body back. So, of course, he has hope for other people as well. But what that is here is you see Rei, who has no family, right, that he truly can call his family. Yeah. He has people like Kyouko, actually, who in some ways he does still regard it somewhat as family, but they're not his actual family. He lost them, and if this guy's going to give up when he could actually fight for his family, that's something that Rei can't accept, because then that means he accepts his...
What hope does he have?
He accepts, he accepts that he basically should just give up all the same, which would essentially would mean Kyouko would...
Right.
Her poison would actually kill him.
Yeah.
And now he's let that all out. I'm so glad he has. I will say that if you've ever been in that kind of situation where you kind of rage against the dying of the light and you let it all out right like that, it is one of the most exhausting things ever. So him collapsing like that, like, was almost like...
You would have been surprised if he hadn't?
No, I wasn't expecting him to, but it was just one of those, oof, like, I know what that's like. That's really... If anything, it would have sucked if anyone had actually come into that scene at any point.
Right.
I would have been really pissed off. Yeah. I'm just really glad that no one else important happened. Story coming up. So yeah. Anything else to say? I
just want him to spend more time at the wholesome house.
Right.
Like, especially after something like that. Yeah. Oh,
definitely.
You can do this, Rei.
Oh, you can do this, Rei. All right, y'all. Yep. Thank you so much for watching this reaction. If you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. Any level support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories or just whatever. And Jacob's going to promote something real quick.
Yes, so my sci-fi novel, Battle Lines, happy stuff. Yes. It's available for pre-order. So pinned comment down below, there's a link to the Kickstarter. Get on that because it's really good, and the Kickstarter's not going to last forever, so claim your copy while you can.
Yeah, support this awesome guy.
Yeah.
All right, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.